You've probably heard that ChatGPT can write anything: essays, emails, and even workouts. But should you trust AI to write your exercise plans? Today, I'm deep diving into using ChatGPT to see if artificial intelligence can handle the complexities of personalized fitness. As the founder of the Academy of Superior Online Coaching, or ASOC, where I certify trainers on how to create highly effective, science based online training programs, I've seen firsthand where human insight matters more than anything when it comes to exercise prescription. Sure, ChatGPT might provide some useful ideas, but when it comes to making the right choices for your unique body, your health conditions, and even your preferences, nothing replaces the judgment of expertise and empathy of a trained fitness professional. Let's explore why relying solely on AI could be a big mistake. So we're going to be diving into just a small excerpt of one lesson of my online personal training specialist course to show where ChatGPT really falls short. All right, so let's go ahead and try typing in something really basic that maybe even your client, if they had access to ChatGPT, might try to type. So this takes no creative thought, and when you're saying this to a robot, it's going to do its best stab at it. And if you ask it the same generic prompt multiple times, you're going to get a very different response every single time. So let me go ahead and type in that generic prompt: create a workout plan for weight loss. And here comes the balanced workout plan designed to promote weight loss. Plan includes a mix of cardio, strength training, and flexibility exercises. Aim to work out at least 5 days a week. All right, this is exciting because it just did our job for us. Weekly workout plan. Day 1, cardio and core, 5 to 10 minutes brisk walking or light jogging. Main workout, 30 minutes of moderate intensity cardio, running, cycling, swimming, who gives a crap? Just do anything. And this is all fine, okay? So this is all fine for now, but I'll explain when it's not fine. So here's a core circuit, 3 rounds of 30-second of plank, bicycle crunches, 15 reps, and Russian twists, 15 reps. Cool down, 5 to 10 minutes of stretching, going through all this stuff, dynamic stretching. Main workout on day 2, 3 sets of 10 to 12 reps each. Squats, push-ups, or knee pull-ups, or knee push-ups. Oh, it gave a modification. That's pretty good. Bent over rows with dumbbells or resistance bands. Okay, lunges, alternating legs, dumbbell shoulder press. Day 3, active recovery, which is nice that it actually thought of active recovery. That's good. Light yoga or Pilates, walking for 30 to 60 minutes, gentle swimming or cycling. Activity options. So it's giving you options. You could do 60 minutes of walking or 30 minutes of walking or any of these. And then it gives interval training on day 4. HIIT workout, 20 to 30 minutes of high intensity interval training. Then strength training on day 5, upper lower split. So as you can see, this whole day 1 through 7 is very comprehensive in it. But here's the thing. This person, hypothetically, who typed in create a workout plan for weight loss, his name is John. And John has a hernia. And not only that, John has a torn meniscus in his left knee. And not only that, John also has had a problem with moving around. He's really sedentary, and he's honestly never done anything. He even struggles to find 10 minutes to walk during his lunch break once a week. So he just typed this in, and you know all this about John, but John doesn't understand anything about exercise prescription. So ChatGPT gave John bicycle crunches, which are actually contraindicated if you have a hernia, not to mention Russian twists, which also, if you have a hernia, that's still going to put a lot of intra-abdominal pressure and squeeze that hernia right out and make it even worse. So not only that, he's doing 15 reps of each, and he's hardly done anything, and 3 rounds. This training volume is starting to add up for John, who's done absolutely nothing because he sits at a desk and doesn't get 10 minutes of walking even once a week. And he's doing 60 minutes of walking for his active recovery, which suddenly now turns into a really difficult training session for John. As you can see, when we work up to the main workout of 20 to 30 minutes of HIIT, John's dead. So ChatGPT killed John and made his hernia really bad. But let's give ChatGPT a benefit of the doubt and give it a bit more of a particular or specific prompt. create a strength training program for a 55-year-old man, because John's 55, with a hernia who has a desk job and only has ever walked consistently for 10 minutes once a week. Sounds ridiculous, but there's people like this. And what else? Oh, torn meniscus in his left knee. Cleared for exercise by a doctor. And focus on progressive overload for 2 total weeks. Let's just start with that. All right, 2 weeks, 3 days per week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. A focus is low impact strength training, core stability, and gradual progression. Obviously, with a hernia, core stability is a good one. Warm-ups here, 5 to 10 minutes. They're decent suggestions here. And so you will find that not everything that ChatGPT comes up with is crap. Just like the blog articles it makes, it can do a good job if it's told what it needs to do. Which again, what's really the difference between you, who is the professional, being able to speak to an employee, and ChatGPT? Well, the robot makes inconsistent mistakes and the employee can make predictable mistakes, especially if you know your employees. So for this, looking over these things, seated rows with resistance bands, seated dumbbell press, wall push-ups, dumbbell bicep curls, okay, tricep dips on a chair. We have all this written out. Chair sit to stand, 2 sets of 5 to 10 reps. That's a much better option than a full out squat because he really doesn't do much. Seated leg extensions. These are all interesting options for him that are pretty good. However, here's the one thing that instantly, if John said, yeah, I have no equipment, I've never done anything with equipment before, I've never lifted weights, the dumbbells automatically are going to be out. At least you may have to recommend that he buys some. And also, between week 1 and 2, they just jumped him, I say they, ChatGPT jumped him from 2 sets to 3 sets every single day, which is a massive change in volume from week 1 to week 2, which research indicates a jump that is, you want to try to aim for 10 to 15% from week to week in progressing intensity or volume. So John just progressed a great deal in week 2 for every single day, and it looks like he's got 3 days of training, which is okay, but he's never done any. You might want to start with 2 days of training and see how he does, but definitely don't be jumping from 2 sets for every single day for John to 3 sets every single day from week 1 to week 2. So right there, you can see, okay, so Emma has already had to edit this. It doesn't mean that it's crap, but it is something that if you were just to give it to a client, it would be dangerous. So you have to do the diligence to read through it and make the necessary changes. So that's my point with this, is you can't assume that robots can replace people. And they never, I don't believe that it will happen because there's always somebody who needs to look it over and think through everything. Robots will think with algorithms, and they'll make mistakes and make inconsistent mistakes, which makes them a little bit scary. So just keep that in mind. You can leverage this, but don't trust it. As you've seen, ChatGPT can provide some pretty useful suggestions, but relying solely on AI for your fitness experience can be pretty risky. Real fitness isn't just about calculations or standard routines. It's about your personal goals, your emotions, and your individual needs. AI won't account for that critical human factor. I'm going to say this again for the people in the back. It makes mistakes. Now, if you're watching this and you happen to be a personal trainer, which I do have a lot of personal trainers watching my content, and if you have not subscribed yet, please hit subscribe. If you're looking to level up your online coaching business in an ethical and sustainable and credible way, check out the ASOC OPTS Online Personal Training Specialist course. The link is below. And remember, the best results come from combining technology with real human expertise. If you enjoyed this content and found it helpful, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share with all those who may benefit. Until the next one, always remember your health is an investment, not an expense.